Hey there, fellow adventurers! I am Sunshade, and today we're gonna talk about gearing. The first season of The War Within is already upon us, and the gearing has started. If you need some help in finding out some of the best options for your gearing journey, stay tuned and we will go through all the best choices I could find. But before we begin, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Steel Series for sending me this super duper goodies box of unlimited edition items in relation to WoW's 20th anniversary this year, so let me show you guys all the really awesome stuff they sent over. First of all, we have this really cool Aerox 9 wireless mouse, obviously the World of Warcraft edition. The Arctis Nova 7 wireless headset, not only the 20th anniversary edition, but on top of this, they also sent me the Alliance and Horde Edition booster pack, just in case I want to take sides and declare my allegiance. Last but not least, I got this XXL micro woven cloth mat with the Sword of Sargeras stuck into our dear Azeroth to ensure a smooth and optimal surface for my keyboard and my new gaming mouse. All of these come together with some really awesome in-game rewards like the badass Grinning Reaver mount, the Battle Turtle mount, and the cute little Flameo pet. So, if you want these, run over to their website and get them while they are still available. I cannot express how thankful I am to Steel Series. You guys are the best. Now, back to the guide we go. We're gonna keep it short and sweet as much as possible for this guide, as I believe that me ranting about item levels would be suboptimal when you guys can just check out this spreadsheet I have over here, where you can see exactly what drops where in the slightly higher content. Feel free to use it whenever, it is linked in the description below. Now, depending on your luck with RNG, my recommendation is that once you reach level 80, do the content you enjoy the most and the one that's available to you, obviously. You can start off with doing the 4 weekly quests of your choosing, the first 2 for gear and coffer keys, and the next 2 for coffer keys to open up bountiful delves. The events I find the easiest and quickest to complete are the Theater event in Isle of Dorn, Awakening the Machine in the Ringing Deeps, and Spreading the Light in Hollowfall. On top of these, you can do one of the weeklies available in Dornagal, or one of the special assignments options, whichever is fastest or you enjoy the most. You won't need more than 4 weekly quests for the Awakened caches. You can do some normal or heroic dungeons if you want to learn them a little bit, and also to get some extra gear from there if higher content is too difficult for you at that moment. World content like world quests will drop explorer and adventurer gear, while your veteran gear will be available from your renown rewards, which you can just buy from various faction quartermasters. Defeating one of the 4 available world bosses, a different one each week, will give you a chance at 603 item level champion gear. Once you did all of this, level up your delves up to tier 8 if you can, and make sure you loot all the curiosities you find in there in order to help your Bran level up and become stronger. And remember, you can bring friends in there with you other than Bran. My friends and I believe that a group of 2 or 3 is the best option at the moment of recording this video, and when undergeared, a tank and or a healer, or just having Bran as a healer helps quite a lot. I recommend not doing bountiful delves until you reach tier 8 delves. These drop much higher gear in the big chest you can open with the coffer keys that you get from weekly caches, world quests, or on Undercoin, which also drops in delves after you complete the introductory quests. Tier 8 delves already drop the highest item level available in delves, so you don't need to do anything higher than this tier if you don't want to. Also, good luck finding the Delver's Bounty. This is a map which will allow you to get an extra chest to open when you complete your next delve. They have a low drop chance in delves, and they will offer a reward of the same tier as the delve you looted them from. If you loot them from a tier 6 delve, they will give improved tier 6 rewards. And if you loot them from a tier 8 delve, the next time you complete a tier 8 delve, you will get an extra tier 8 cache, and the maximum item level you can get from this is again Tier 8 Hero Track, 610 item level, so may the gods of RNG smile upon you. Besides all of the world content, you can craft or have some items crafted for you if they're not too expensive, and I wouldn't recommend spending sparks on them just yet. Keep those for higher gear. Also, I recommend completing the To Kill a Queen quest, requiring you to defeat the last boss of the Nerub'ar Palace raid in order to get rewarded with an enchanted runed Harbinger crest, which will help you craft 619 item level gear, and you can even do this in story mode, but remember you will need to finish the first chapter of the max level War Within campaign on each character you want to complete this quest on. The Queen questline will start from our friend Webster in Dornagal, who gives us the quest Our Time to Strike. There are also some PvP options for gearing. I think the easiest way is to run some battlegrounds. There is also a PvP vendor where you can buy gear for honor, which you earn from unrated PvP activities like random battlegrounds and brawls, and the conquest gear can be bought with conquest, which you earn by taking part in rated PvP content. There is also a war mode vendor selling item level 593 gear, which you will need to buy with bloody tokens, and you can obtain these by doing war mode only world quests or by PvPing in the open world and defeating other players. You can also start doing some Mythic Zeros and LFR if you don't feel ready for higher content just yet, and when you do, the normal and the heroic raids are the next step in that order, along with Mythic Plus. Start small, get a feel of the dungeons and the raids, and then climb up the ladder of difficulty. And don't forget that the War Within Mythic Zero dungeons are on a daily lockout instead of a weekly one. Try to fill up your vaults to have a good choice for your guaranteed item ready for you on reset day. And don't forget about the occasional events which also help you gear up. The time-walking dungeons and raid bosses drop pretty decent gear at the moment, and you can also buy some pieces from the vendors with time-walking coins, which are warband transferable. The weekly time-walking quest for defeating 5 raid or dungeon bosses will reward you with a normal Nerub'ar Palace raid item, and the quest for the last boss in a time-walking raid will reward you with a hero track item, so don't forget to loot it. You can find groups for this in the group finder, and I personally prefer to go clear the raid or do the last 5 bosses, as it is much faster than doing 5 time-walking dungeons. A full Black Temple run was around 30 minutes when I tested this. Another weekly event rewarding gear is the 4 times Mythic Dungeons Completed quest, where you can do any Mythic Dungeon difficulty from Mythic 0 to any level of Mythic Plus, and this will reward you with a heroic Nerub'ar Palace raid item. Don't forget to not get capped on Valor Stones, the cap is 2k, and spend them on better items that you get, along with the lower quality crests you have available and which you will not need for higher item level gear. And remember that your alts will have a discount for using these if your main has higher item level gear. And if you do want to gear up several characters, you can also get some nice Warbound until equipped gear on your main while you do any content in the game. Last but not least, tier sets. These contribute very much to your overall performance in the game, and you can get them from any difficulty of the raid if you are lucky with your rolls on tier tokens. You can get them from the last boss or from random Great Vault rewards which can proc into tier, but also you can get very lucky and drop a Warbound until equipped tier item. This is awesome, and you can send it to your alts if you prefer to send it to something else. You can also gain a guaranteed tier token by completing one of the following 3. 1600 rating in rated PvP, earning 2k Mythic Plus scored by doing Mythic Plus keys, and you can even get this in a single week if you complete enough timed +6 and +7 keys, or you can get the Ahead of the Curve achievement in the raid, which is rewarded for defeating Queen Ansurek on heroic difficulty. And if you still need a little help after this, we do have the Catalyst available in the middle of Dornagal, which can turn normal items into tier, and we get a Catalyst charge every 2 resets, so I recommend saving these for higher item level gear and not really wasting it on world content gear in the early days when we don't really have too many charges, unless you need it right now in order to progress in the raid or doing higher keys. I hope I covered pretty much everything regarding PvE in this guide, and if I missed anything, please let me know in the comment section below. I would also love to read about your experiences with gearing and how you like the new expansion. If you're just starting out in the game and would like to find out more about the features of the expansion, check out my complete guide to the War Within expansion. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I also live stream on Twitch, so come say hi once in a while, either there or on my community Discord. They are both linked in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!